Hello, thanks for joining me. East Florida Explorer here, checking out a spot off of Denver Road, off of Old Highway 17 in the Crescent City area. Seems to be the Mason-Denver Cemetery is this way into the woods. And luckily, they left us a little marker sign because it looks very rough in here and the fence is all balled up. But let's take a look at the sign. See what it says. This is the Battle of Braddock's Farm on February 5th, 1865. Near this site, Battle of Braddock's Farm was fought between the 2nd Florida Cavalry Companies H and B and the 17th Connecticut Volunteer Infantry. Captain J.J. Dickinson, commanding the 2nd Florida Cavalry, received word that the 17th Connecticut was raiding the area farms for cotton, cattle, and other supplies. Captain Dickinson set out to the end of these raids, and near this site, he, along with 52 men, surprised the 17th Connecticut command by Lieutenant Colonel Wilcoxon. Woo! The 17th Connecticut had about 100 men and was returning to their camp when 10 wagons loaded with seed cotton they had confiscated. After a brief struggle, the Confederates captured the Federal troops. 5 Federals were killed, among who were Lieutenant Colonel Wilcoxon and Adjutant Catfield. There were no Confederate casualties. James Aldrich Braddock, who owned Braddock's Farm, along with several of his sons and nephews, served or supported the state of Florida and the Confederate Army during the war between the states. James A. Braddock is buried in this cemetery. Very interesting. And I'm wondering, is the cemetery back here still? It looks like they cleared it, like it's freshly cleared, or just kind of pushed, the top pushed to the sides. But I'll walk back here just a little bit. I feel like I'm on somebody's property, somebody's farmland. I'm gonna walk back just a little bit, see if I see anything. I don't see anything back here. And it's actually just getting thicker. Oh, there's a wood board back in the back corner. I'm gonna walk to it and see if it says anything or if it's just a fence post. Wow, grapevines taking it over. And yeah, it looks like it's an old fence post. There's one there and then there's one over there. So it wasn't a grave, unless that marker was saying that the grave was at that marker, which I kind of think that's what it was saying. Oh well. Oh, wait a minute. I do see it. It's actually extremely far back here in this corner. And I guess I'll keep walking to it. And hopefully I'm not on property that I shouldn't be on. Through the woods here, see where they freshly cleared it. It's a lot of up and down. And I was just about to give up. And then I saw this headstone, a really tall one, way back here. Wow, it's a big mix of stinging nettles and poison ivy and grapevines. And there it is. Back in the woods is a cemetery. Wow, this is neat. This is one of those forgotten cemeteries in Florida. And it kind of looks like maybe they're clearing the woods to get back here to show that it was a cemetery. Maybe people could visit and not have to walk through the bushes. But look at this. It's a gravestone. There's nothing on that side. Let me go inside and see if there is. And the thunder is rumbling today. But we'll go to the main grave. James A. Braddock. Wow, the ground is very squishy. Kind of freaky. James A. Braddock, born June 13, 1816, and died January 5th, 1883. Wow. And that's out here in the middle of the woods. This monument to him. And I don't see any more. I'm gonna walk over here just a little bit since I'm here. Give it a little peek, and I mean, you never know. There could have been a lot of graves here. Kind of seems like they just realized this place was here. I bet somebody was clearing the land. They're gonna build something here. And then they realize there's a cemetery here from the 1800s. Wow, really neat though. Right behind that cemetery goes down a big hill, and then kind of looks like a canal down there or a creek. Can't tell. A lot of grapevines. It's really hard to get down to it. It's even hard to get over here to that grave that was in the very beginning. I'm going to try to walk around all these vines. I feel like there's more graves in here than what I'm seeing. I feel like there's a lot of unmarked graves because the ground has a lot of weird holes and a lot of weird humps. Let me get over here to this one. A lot of fallen trees too. This one is Simon or Simone W. Cozart, born December 1st, 1852, and died September 30th, 1884. Wow. So there was 2 graves in here. 2 that are visible. Could be maybe 100 that are possibly in here. Oh wow. I gotta walk through all these vines to get back out. But it's okay. It's another day exploring Florida. Oh my God. I found more. This is a really big cemetery. Now that I just seen what I saw, and you could tell the equipment, their tire tracks were in here just sinking in it. So that's kind of freaky that they were in here pulling trees, knocking them down. They're sinking into the soft cemetery. But here's some more. Wow. Wow, these are old looking. And this one's fallen down over time. And it says J.J. Turner. I believe that's a J. Yes, J.J. Turner, born June 16, 1866, and died February 1st, 1892. And here's another grave right next to it. Anne E., wife of W. Turner, 1830 to 1894. Wow, look at that one. So old. Been out here for so long with nobody taking care of it. That's cool, the designs. Our mother. And then, oh, right behind me. Oh wow, they're everywhere. Wow, they knock trees down everywhere on top of the graves. That's sad. Here's another one that's fallen in memory of B.M. Higginbotham. Wow. Looks like it says 1858. So hard to read now. Wow, it's amazing that I didn't know this was out here. And there's another grave right here. If you can see, it's just a chunk of granite. Doesn't say anything on it, but just a grave from the past. I'm sure there's more all out in here that I'm not seeing, but I'm gonna try to get back out of the woods here the way I came. Wow, this is neat. Kind of looks like they're clearing it though, and hopefully they'll put in a nice little dirt road or something that you can come in and check out the cemetery. And wow, if they ever do that, I'll stop back by in a few months or so, maybe a year, and see if it's cleaned up and nice to walk around. And maybe there's a couple more graves. But wow, yeah, that's insane. That is so insane to have a cemetery right out here in the woods. And it's just kind of like a forgotten cemetery. I mean, I'm not too far in the woods. The road is out there, but you know, pretty deep in here. And really neat too that this cemetery was like part of the Confederate War. You know, I never known that history of this area with the Confederate War and the Connecticut infantry or whatever coming down and raiding the farms. I've never heard of that. And never really, I mean, Florida doesn't have a lot of Confederate wars or anything here. I mean, stuff did happen, but not like, you know, Tennessee and Georgia and all that, you know. But really cool. And just like on a little sliver of land right off of Highway 17. I'll take this walk back here. There are all these grapevines. Big steps. Watch out for snakes. Definitely one thing that is out here today are mosquitoes. Wow. Tearing me up. Neat. Right over there. Bunch of orange trees. Now I almost made it back out to the road. To the sign here. And pretty cool. No one seemed to mind that I was out there checking out that cemetery. So very cool. Another neat spot in Florida, East Florida. This is neat though, how the state left this marker. Cool. Thanks for joining me, guys. Just a little exploring out in the woods. I saw this old history marker. Why not check it out? Might not be here again, but I'm gonna try to check it out again and see if they do make it look nicer and they could do a better video on it. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you next time.